Welcome to Handyman School. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your family and friends. Let's begin. Today I want to show you this how to open up this Hayward pool cleaner and clean the DE filter fingers, I guess, inside. I'm going to show you how to open it. So basically 7/16 for this particular one. I took 7/16 socket and ratchet and just wanted to go around and loosening it up, and then I would take the nut and the bolt out, as I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible so you don't see me take off every nut and bolt out there. The key thing to note is make sure you turn off the pump. You shut off all the valves. You don't want any water to come out once you open it. What I did was I shut off the valve, and the drain valve. I had turned off the pump, and I did not disconnect the canisters. So this drain is still open because what I want to do is I want to drain out the water that's in there. However, the pump is off. That's because I'm taking off this fingers. A little tap was needed, just loosening it up. It's not connected to anything. So I'm gonna put this cover to the side, and then I'm gonna show you how dirty this thing is. So I'm just gonna grab it up, and you see, I'm gonna take it outside and clean it. I'll show you what a difference it makes after cleaning. Everyone does it differently. At the end of the day, all it needs is cleaning. So I'm going to take it outside and give it a nice rinse with the garden hose. I'm not using any pressure other than the the usual pressure that the garden hose comes with. I've seen some people use pressure washer. You have to be careful with that because you could damage those fingers. So I just used garden hose, and I also took the canister out to rinse it off. You do not have to do that. You could just leave it inside and rinse it. Take the garden hose inside the wherever your canister is. So this is what it looks like with it rinsed with garden hose. You notice it looks dark. It's stained. I want to get rid of this stain. The garden hose is not working there, so I just use the garden hose to loosen up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this garbage can or trash can up with water, fresh water, and I'm going to add muric acid. Muric acid is used in your pool. I use the same muric acid to add. You want to be careful. Go as close to the water as possible and then pour gently. You do not want to get this stuff on your skin. So I want to stir it, mix it up with the water so I get even concentration. Then I'm going to soak it overnight. That's it. Yeah, I wanted to stir it and make sure the mixture is good. Soak it overnight, and that should do it. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like after soaking it overnight with the muric acid. You use muric acid in the pool anyway, so I use that same muric acid to try to get some of the stain off. So that's what it looks like. But what else you want to do is you want to turn it upside down and see if there's any dirt or any kind of stain still there, so you could get rid of it. So far, this one looks okay. I'm glad it worked out. So I'm just going to show you how to finish installing this cover. So I got everything sorted out. I had already put the cover in place, and I'm going to run it in a speed installation so you get an idea. First, make sure you have all the hardwares and you hand tighten it. You don't want to use any tools like any ratchet or air tools or electric tools, because first of all, you're dealing with plastic. you might strip it, you might crack the cover, and your repair will get expensive. Most people pay professionals to do this, but after watching my video, I think you could do it. There's nothing to it. Just make sure you follow along step by step. No big deal. Take some time, but look at the long run. You're saving so much time and money. Anyone who owns a swimming pool, they know how expensive it could get. If you could do some work on your own, you would be able to save and enjoy the pool more. I have 2 more screws, nuts, and bolts to go. Right, there you go, we're done. Now I'm going to use the ratchet, but you want to make sure you go in a star pattern like you do with the lug nuts of your car wheel. Because you want to make sure you get this even, you get this down even, and you get it tightened in an even, and you get an even distribution of force around it. You want to hold it. You want to hold it like this. This way you are limiting yourself from applying too much force. You don't want to hold the handle of the ratchet because you might over tighten it. So what I'm doing is I'm using a ratchet and extension just to make it a little bit more tighter. So you could just start off anywhere as long as you do star pattern, from left to right, up to down, down to up, sideways. But make sure you have this consistency. You don't want to start from one side and finish one side and go back to the other side. Then you won't have an even force. One side will be down and the other side would be up. You might experience leak or the plastic cover might break actually. So I'm just trying to do an imaginary star here. Try to get this cover down slowly, and at the same time, trying to tighten up all the hardwares. I mean, if you count, there's so many, nuts and screws, but you got to start somewhere. This particular one, it's old. Some of them have ring around it. Depending on which one you have. But if you have the type that I have, this is what you have to do. Sometimes, as you see, I had to put an open-end wrench on the bottom to get the head in place because the head is spinning. It doesn't require too much force. Just light force is enough. What you want to do is you want to make sure you got the washers in the bottom and on the top. I'm just checking. I'm looking for any loose nuts. So far I haven't found any. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from one end and go around to make sure I don't have any loose ones. Just to give it a last, and you want to make sure you're holding it like this. This will limit the amount of force that you can apply to the nut. You do not, believe me, do not want to break it. You do not want to over tighten it because that will just crack the cover, and you will end up spending more money. Now for the handle, all you have to do is slide this pin inside, but you could line it up. When that spindle doesn't line up, just turn it a bit. It turns. Remember, it's not connected to anything. It just has a retainer washer underneath, so you could turn it 360 degree if you wanted to. Then now we are ready to go. Everything is good. Everything is closed. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. There you go. And this is the air pressure. So once you turn it on, you want to leave it open and let all the air out. And when it starts raining, in other words, when I start seeing some water, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it, because right now all I'm getting is air. As the pump is pumping, the water is entering into this filter canister. You see, the water is there, so I'm going to close it. So that means I don't have any air. You do not want any air in the pipe. So now I'm having this good circulation. The water is coming through the pump, and as you can see, the pressure is building up. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your family and friends. Thank you.